Hello, hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome. So,
How's it going? Hope everybody's doing good. Um, Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. I want to make sure that our levels are good. Um, all right, go ahead.
so tonight we are going to talk about exercise and essential oils, how you can get the most out of your workout. So we know that many people, as we close out the year and definitely transition into the new year, will be making certain goals when it comes to exercise. So we want to help you get the most out of it, right? So here we go. Exercise and essential oils.
All righty.
So first, basic learning objectives. So tonight, what we're going to talk about a little bit is learn exactly which type of exercise you should be doing based on where you are to boost your energy. Learn how to combine essential oils so you want to actually exercise, because that's pretty key, right? Like if you don't have the motivation to do it, we can have all the ambitions to want to do something, but it's the actions that's going to really make the difference and the change. Learn how to exercise to get the most out of your essential oil experience. And then I'll talk about some of my top young living essential oils and supplements that I use to boost energy and workout performance. Also, we'll talk about some exercise, some just different exercises and techniques that you can use and utilize.
All righty. So that's something to look forward to. I know this information is very important just because a lot of people, as Dana mentioned, have a desire to work out or maybe have a desire to make certain lifestyle changes, especially when it comes to their physique, but they're not exactly sure what to do when they're going to the gym or what kind of exercises to do. And they also wonder how do they keep that momentum, because it's very commonplace to see people start at the beginning of the year and by February they've fallen off the train. So we want to give you guys the tools to help you stay ahead of the curve, so to speak. So on that note, what should they be ready to do?
Get ready to take some notes. So seriously, we are going to just show you some simple ways to exercise. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be hard. You can do some easy, simple things. The most important thing is to be consistent. So what type of exercise should you be doing? So here's the reality. The best exercise you will ever do is the one you will do regularly. Consistency is key, right? We're not looking for it to be perfect, but we want to make sure that we're consistent. So you're going to find what works best for you that you can do on a regular basis. So there's two types of exercise. You can either work out, you can either be working out or working in. So we're gonna define the difference between the two, and then you can kind of narrow down which is gonna be best for you. Most times we wanna kind of do a combination of both, just depending again what our goals are and what we're looking to achieve.
All righty. So what's working out?
So working out, it's simply defined as when you spend more energy than you are producing through natural movement in the body, working outside of the body.
So simply put, I mean, this is something that people are familiar with, right? This is what you immediately think of when you want to make certain changes. You think about going to the gym, running on the treadmill, certain exercises, but the end goal is to, as it mentioned, make sure that you're burning more calories than you are taking in. This is called a what do they call it? A caloric deficit. So make sure that you're burning more than what you're taking in throughout the day to get certain results. But what is working in?
So working in is simply defined when you create, generate, or produce more energy through movement. So this is again going to be within.
Mm-hmm. But how do you decide which one that you're supposed to be doing? So
So To work out or not to work out, anytime you feel you cannot exceed or match your last training session 1 to 3%, then you need to work in instead of working out.
Mm-hmm. So something like this is important because sometimes we might go through the motions. We're like, okay, I really need to get out and I need to work out today. And you have to remember that you're only going to see results if you push the body. So that 1 to 3% that they're talking about, either matching or exceeding, if you're not going to match that level, your body's really not benefiting from the exercises and the workouts that you're doing. So I know that for a lot of people, this might be a hang up because they might get frustrated that they're not seeing certain results. If you cannot at least match your last training session or exceed it by 1 to 3%, let it go for that day. You need to be able to push your body to have results. So that's very important.
So now, just to be clear, when we say again, working out, let's give some examples. So here are a few examples of exactly what working out would look like. So that could be weight training, CrossFit, running, biking, hiking, rowing, swimming, boxing, and martial arts. So again, you can see that you are working outside of the body, exerting in a lot of movement.
Mm-hmm. And pick what works for you. All of these are great ways to have excellent workouts, but you want to make sure that it's something that, like I mentioned, is going to push the body and is going to be applicable for you. So let's talk really briefly about how do you know if you're working out. So anytime your heart rate or your respiratory rate, that's your breath rate, increases, your body is working out. Generally, depending on the size of your, depending on your weight and your size and your age, they'll generally give you a target heart rate that you want to hit for working out to get the best results. So if you have not taken the time, figure out what that is. Feel free to use Google. There's a whole equation. It's really simple to figure out what your target heart rate is for when you're working out and your target breath rate. If you're not hitting that, then you may need to push a little bit harder. But at the same time, do what you can, because something is always going to be better than nothing.
Absolutely. So now, to work in or not to work in. So again, this is going to depend on your personal goals. If you're feeling stressed, frazzled, scattered, wound up, achy, low energy, poor sleep, hard time focusing, or just flat out feeling deflated overall, it might be time to work in instead of working out. So let's look at some examples of working in. Again, these are just a few examples. So some might work for you, some may not. But slow walking, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, stretching, all could be examples of working in instead of working out.
And the interesting thing about these types of work-ins, so to speak, that most of them require some kind of mindfulness or focus. So it may not be as pressing for the body, but it's going to help the body more so relax. And it's still going to give you some type of exercise and activity, so to speak, at the same time.
And really, all of these take extensive strength, though, too. Most of these, you're going to use your own body in order to work in. So again, you are still going to get a good workout, but you're working from within. So here's a few success tips. So keep it simple. Again, sometimes we overcomplicate it. Sometimes we look at maybe what another person is doing and compare ourselves, and then we overcomplicate it and then we give up. And so it's so easy to just give up if it's too complicated. So keep it simple. Keep it simple for your lifestyle and keep building on where you're at. Make the decision to change. Here's another thing that a lot of people, a lot of times will say, hey, like, I need to work out. And then we start doing it. But we really haven't made the decision and made the change. So it's so important that we make the decision to do that change. Identify your reason for the change and write it down. There is so much power in writing down your goals, your fitness goals, where you're trying to go. And when you can really identify that, you're going to do better at sticking with it. Focus on your future vision. Visualize yourself reaching those goals. So we talk a lot about visualization. Our minds cannot tell the difference between something imagined or something real. It's just simply our body telling us, nope, nope, this is real, or nope, nope, this is illusion. So visualize yourself reaching those goals. Once your mind can partner with that, your body is going to naturally try to reach for those goals. Put deadlines on your goals. Don't just say one day I'm going to, or one day I'm going to, or one day I'm going to. No, put deadlines on them. That way, again, you're reaching for something, trying to achieve it. Identify patterns or actions that might hold you back. This is another key thing. So we don't want to start, stop, right? So if we know that there's certain triggers that make it more difficult for us to work out or work in, identify those obstacles beforehand. Put actionable steps to be able to combat those when they do come up. And that way it's going to be easier to overcome them. Read what you wrote first thing in the morning and last thing before bed. So again, we have that goal written out, we've visualized on it, and we want to wake up with that thought and we want to go to bed with that thought.
So let's talk about some myths and facts. This one I kind of had to steal because this one I hear very often, that aerobics are better for shaping up than weight training. And the reality is that no matter if you're a male or a female or what size you are, you must train with weights if you want to have changes in your body. Aerobics are going to be great for getting that heart rate up, for burning calories, and keeping you in overall good shape. But if you want to have body changes, like to lean out your body or anything like that, to build muscle, whatever, you're going to have to train with weight. So it's very important.
So another myth versus fact: if you exercise, it doesn't matter what you eat. Untrue. If you exercise, it matters even more what you eat, right? So I remember there was a time I was working at Lifetime in Commerce, and there was a Red Robin right next door. And you get into that loop where you're like, I worked out, so now I'm hungry. But it's so important that you identify the right things for your body to eat. So another myth versus fact: if women lift weights, they will get bulky. That is a myth. The fact is, resistance exercise helps women create lean, toned bodies, and the same goes for guys. Again, we talked about lifting weights.
Mm-hmm. And recognize too, how you build or how you lift weights really affects whether a person gets bulky or not, in addition to what they're eating. So for women that may feel like, I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to, look like the female version of Arnold Schwarzenegger, don't worry. There are certain plans that you kind of can tailor to yourself so that you're still burning calories and building lean muscle without getting changing too much in mass or building a huge amount of mass.
So our next myth versus fact: muscles grow while you're working out. That is a myth. Fact: muscles grow while you're resting and recuperating. This is why, too, it is so imperative the type of recovery supplements and products that you take, because this is where it's going to make the difference between those muscles growing and your body shaping the way you are setting those goals.
Mm-hmm. And then you also don't want to fatigue your muscles. So you sometimes may have individuals that maybe all they do is work chest, chest, chest. And then they do what's called a plateau, where they were making progress and all of a sudden they're not making any progress anymore. Well, those muscles need time to recuperate, because the only time that they grow, adapt, and change is when they're recuperating after being broken down during a workout. So even in your workout routines, make sure that you're having different variations and you're hitting different muscle groups throughout your week, so that you don't exhaust and plateau your muscles as well, so that you can see some really good results.
So staying on course. So remember, it takes 90% of the required effort to just get going than it does to keep your momentum what you're going. So keeping that in mind, again, it's about consistency more than anything. So even if it's just a little bit that you can do consistently, it's going to be worth it. Don't overwhelm yourself. So let's get into some of our staples before you work out, and talk a little bit about why it's beneficial to do these before you work out. So Ninja Red is our first one. Ninja Red is a full body supplement. So it's going to nourish every single system in your body. It's going to have your plum, aronia, cherry, blueberries, pomegranate. It has the wolfberries in it, which is a powerful antioxidant drink. So it's going to support energy levels, normal cellular function, and normal eye health. So this is going to be imperative, again, before you work out, to really nourish every single place in your body. So again, you can get the most of that workout.
Next, we're on Ningxia Nitro, right? Yes. So I love Ningxia Nitro. Ningxia Red was so good that they decided to develop a short energy shot from Ningxia Red. So a lot of the ingredients that are in Ningxia Red are in Ningxia Nitro, with the exception of certain additions like dark chocolate to give you the caffeine, which will give you a great energy boost before your workout without the hard crash that most energy drinks will give you. So absolutely, hands down, I recommend Ningxia Nitro.
Mm-hmm. And then next we have MindWise. So MindWise is amazing for cardiovascular health and cognitive health. So again, we just think about how important it is to have everything circulating well in your body. So this is going to be imperative to take before a workout to really help everything get moving and working the way it needs to. So there's some amazing things that are in it. The sachet anichi seed that's harvested in the Amazon. You have the unsaturated fatty acids, omega-3 fatty acids. You have turmeric in there, essential oils in there. You have the CoQ10. So all great things for cognitive focus, cognitive health. So MindWise is going to be an amazing one to make sure that we are taking before we work out, to really just get everything going and everything moving mentally, and of course with our cardiovascular system.
So then you have, I'm just going to go ahead and take Breathe Again, Raven, or RC, and Peppermint. I kind of bundle those in the same category. Breathe Again and Raven, or RC, they are blends that are formulated for respiratory support. But Peppermint I throw in there as well. A huge aspect of working out and even working in is your breathing. And so it is a lot harder to get productive workouts when you're having difficulty breathing. So something like Breathe Again or Raven, even Peppermint, are going to help open up those airways, get that air and oxygen flow into your muscles, and help push you further in your workout so that you get a little better results.
And then we have Thieves. So can we just be real? Like, most gyms are nasty and dirty, point blank. So give yourself a little bit of a shot. You don't know who's been on those equipment before you. So build that immune system, keep a strong immune system. Take that before you head to the gym and before you go on your workout.
They actually have a Thieves hand purifier, and I actually keep that in my gym bag so that when I'm going from certain equipment, I can actually purify my hands in between.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about some of the supplements and oils that may help you during and after your workout. I'll start with AminoWise. A lot of people have heard that taking amino acids are imperative, especially if you want good muscle recovery and muscle growth. So I love AminoWise because AminoWise is Young Living's essential oil infused amino acids supplement. So I hands down recommend not waiting till after the workout, but take that during the workout, because it's going to help your muscles begin to recover while you're working out. So those sets that you're finding to be a little bit difficult, towards the end, maybe amino acids might help you get that extra push so that you can finish through.
Mm-hmm. And then next, I'll take the Thieves spray. So again, if you do work out at the gym, spray everything down with Thieves. More than likely, depending on the type of gym that you work out at, the stuff that they use is probably laced with a lot of chemicals, right? And you don't want to touch that. You don't want that in your system. So bring your little Thieves spray so that you can spray things down. And hey, you might want to chat with the owners of the gym and talk about getting some Thieves in there, Thieves wipes, Thieves sprays, to really just help with certain things like that. Also, I'll go ahead and take Sacred Frankincense and Frankincense. Both of these are going to be so amazing for grounding. So again, whether we are working out or working in, these are going to be awesome, awesome oils to help ground us. So maybe we are working in and we need to refocus. Maybe we're working in and we kind of need to ground ourselves, right? So those oils are going to be awesome, awesome for that.
And then you have Copaiba and Panaway. These are excellent for when you have sore or tired muscles. These are great to rub in throughout the course of your workout, just to help kind of soothe your muscles. Peppermint as well is a great one. I kind of will go ahead and combine those together. And then one of the reasons that Copaiba is so good is because it actually amplifies the effects of other oils. So if you're using something like Panaway and you have sore muscles during your workout or after your workout, feel free to rub that in and then rub some Copaiba over top of it. And it's going to really give you that extra boost after your workout.
All righty. So then next I'll talk about Sleek Essence. So Sleek Essence, again, I would say this is a great one. I almost would say while you're working out, get you your water, put your amino acids in it, add your Sleek Essence in there. Because again, we talked about usually when we work out, we are hungry, right? We start craving those things that we really shouldn't need or want in our bodies, especially if we're trying to do something good for ourselves by exercising. So Sleek Essence is going to be an amazing one because it has that grapefruit, tangerine, lemon, spearmint, and oca tea in there. And all of those ingredients are going to work together to help control your hunger. So especially when you combine that with other Sleek products, that is going to be an awesome one to have on hand. This is great for men and women. Put a little Sleek in there so you're not eating all the things that you know your body really shouldn't have anyways.
And then we have Sulfurzyme and Agiles. I kind of put these in the same category. They are excellent for supporting your bones, joints, and ligaments. So when you talk about range of motion and free movement, these are definitely things that you're going to want to be taking. Sulfurzyme for sure. Agiles is absolutely wonderful. If you find yourself being a little stiff and some exercises being hard to perform. I will also go ahead and take Powergize because Powergize was formulated with men in mind. A lot of the essential oils as well as some of the other herbs that are in there are going to be great for men to support healthy testosterone levels. Women can take it as well, but we know some of the benefits of healthy testosterone levels give you a little bit of boost for your workout so that you'll be able to power through it and really get the most out of it.
Mm-hmm. And next we'll go ahead and do Master Formula. So this is another one that I would say it would be more an after workout, but you want to take this combination of Master Formula every single day, really just to help give you all of that good general health. It's a food-based nutriment. If you don't know the difference between a nutrient and a nutriment, look that up. Our body needs that. It thrives on that. So it's so important that we're getting enough of that in daily, and more than likely we're not getting enough of those antioxidants, vitamins, minerals in our foods. So this has a SSI technology, which is going to deliver the ingredients in 3 different forms that our body knows how to utilize and get through our entire systems. So that is going to be another amazing one that you want to make sure that you're taking after your workout.
And then lastly on the list, we've got Pure Protein Complete. So I know for a while protein shakes were all the rage. They some people, but a lot of them Pure Protein Complete. Say that 10 times fast. Um, is the fact that not only it tastes great, but it is really, really beneficial for helping those muscles rebuild and recover and cut down recovery time after your workout. So if you're not taking Pure Protein Complete, please take it. Hands down, it's excellent. It comes in vanilla and chocolate, and both of them taste amazing, which is very, very rare for a protein shake.
And the nice thing about this, it is soy free. Most of them on the market, you'll notice, are not. And it doesn't have any of the nasty chemicals. Again, a lot of the proteins on the market do. It's going to support body and building lean muscle, supports muscular system, supports ATP production. Again, you have more of those amino acids, supports energy levels. It's great post-workout muscle recovery. So again, that protein is so, so good for the body. The body is loving all of that. So get all of that in your systems.
Think of it as food for your muscles.
Mm-hmm. So fit at any age. So this doesn't matter if you're young, you're old. Everybody needs to be active, physically move. Again, find out what works best for you. But it doesn't matter what age you are. It's important to get moving.
Mm-hmm. Some of the biggest things that decline a person's quality of life as they get older is that lack of movement. So in the picture there, you can see that there's one of the women is a little bit older. Even she's getting her workout in because she realizes by staying active, she's going to be able to stay fit and above the wellness line. And so we really, like Dana said, stay active no matter what age you are. All right. So two men the same age. You've got me on the left here. Next to, no, I'm kidding. That is not me. If you guys have ever seen me. But the point being here, two guys the same age, right? One makes smart choices as far as probably what he puts in his body. He stays active and works out consistently. The other probably not so much. But you can tell some of the difference, right? Obviously, one probably feels a lot better than the other, probably has a little bit more energy. And not saying that everybody's results will be the same as the guy on the left, but wherever your fitness goals are, you can improve the way that you look and feel no matter what age you are. So it's just very important by making those small sacrifices, making those goals, you're going to be able to get some great results along the way.
And I will say, just to add to that, I was just today listening to something where it was talking about you can have two people that are 40 years old, but science has been able to do tests and they can actually tell a person they might have a 10-year their body's difference, where on paper you're 40 years old, but your systems are actually operating at the level of a 50-year-old. And vice versa. You're 40 years old on paper, but your body and your organs are all operating at a person that's 30 years old. So again, that has to do with our life choices. That has to do with the decisions that we make, what we put in our mouths, and what we do to stay active and stay moving. So we do have some say over those things. So now maybe this is your first class with Young Living. We invite you to get back with the person that invited you here. The best way to get started is one of our premium starter kits. All of the premium starter kits are going to include the wholesale membership, where the rest of the products that we discussed, if they are not included in any of the kits, you will be able to get at a 24% discount. So we have the Everyday Oils kit. You can choose from 4 different diffusers with that one. You have the Ninja Red kit, you have the Thieves kit, and you have the Savvy Minerals, which you can choose from 4 different foundation. They are pre-made up. But again, get started, get back with the person that invited you or introduced you to Young Living. If we were the ones that invited you, please feel free to reach out to us. We would love to answer any questions that you may have.
So we would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Hopefully we answer you guys' questions and you found this information of value. Feel free to follow us on any of our platforms. We're on Facebook, obviously, as Dana and Anthony Mott. You can find us both on Instagram at YoungLadyDay1224 and I Am Man on the Move 30. Feel free, if you like this kind of content, to continue to follow our YouTube channel at DNA Wellness, as well as our podcast where we do our Health Talk with the Mots, where we talk about everything health and wellness, including the mind and body. So once again, feel free to get back with whoever invited you. If there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat and we'll do our best to go back and answer them. We do want to thank everybody for tuning in. But until we talk to you next, stay healthy and stay happy and take care.
Yes, thank you so much. And if you are here on the actual live event in the Facebook class, please be sure to look at the previous post. Go ahead and tag a friend that might enjoy this information. Tell us where you're from, because we are giving away a free rollerball. Thank you again, guys. Have a great night.